two arm reach forward, and then we have right leg single leg balance, opposing leg reach forward. So the opposing leg reach forward is going to be, okay, and you're just trying to reach as far as you, yep, exactly. And so with, like the thing with these is like, some of these look fairly similar as far as what we're doing with them. The difference is kind of like the intention of the movement, which is going to bias different motor systems in the body. So, like for example, this right leg single leg balance, two arms reach forward. Like what? Just kind of give you some questions here. Like what things are we looking at there, specifically like in the hip system, leg system?
It's like muscles and knee flexors and hip flexors,
Yep,
extenders.
and think more in terms of like modes of contractions. That's a good way to think about like what we're
Like
looking
it's
at.
in like myometric.
Yeah, exactly.
Knees,
Yep.
Myometric contraction, and then.
Are we looking at the myo?
Oh, I guess you're not. Yeah. Let's see here.
That seems like a myo with a hip flexion. When you're going down like that,
Mm-hmm. What's controlling that system down?
hammy,
A little bit.
quad.
Yeah, a little quad. Little plyo knee extension to flexion.
So hip extension is
Huge.
dragging that down. Yeah.
Huge, right? That's a massive hip extension to flexion plyo. Right? If they do this, right? If they do
Yeah.
this, if they go like this,
Right, and then just like.
they can't control
Yeah.
the plyo from hip extension to hip flexion.
Mm.
Right?
Mm.
And then same thing like with that knee, that quad is slowly allowing the knee to flex.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So those
It's normally a quad extension, so here we are plowing.
knee extension. Yeah.
Out of.
Yeah, I'm not really flexing my knee there.
Right.
So I guess that's my point is like think about these in terms of like what is the control system that's being implemented to keep their body stable here. And then the ground force reaction component too, which is what's the foot doing here to allow them to control their body down. So like I'll see this a lot where they're having a lot of trouble controlling their system down, and initially I'll be like, oh, it's a hip extension issue, and what I realize a lot of the time is it's actually a calf control issue or a plantar flexion issue because they're not able to interact with the ground with their foot very well. So just some things to think about there. Okay, so same thing with the leg reach forward, right? So same kind of, maybe a little more hip flexy. Like I'm actually kind of contracting some hip flexor there a little bit differently. And this is more like hinging over, whereas this is more pulling in. So, but still
Flexi and knee flexi,
hip flexy and knee flexy there. Yeah.
dorsiflexi, it's like a.
Yeah, right. This is less extension control and more flexi contract. Opposing leg reach. Yep. And then opposing leg reach backwards. The only difference here between reaching forward with the arms and reaching backwards with the leg is the emphasis on which direction, center of mass wise, forward versus backward we're going there. Reach across, standing, reach, come back, standing, reach, come back. What are we looking at there?
It's like a transverse plane.
Transverse, yep. Which one?
This one.
Hmm.
No, I'm internally rotating.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then ankle. What are we looking at there with the ankle?
Inversion, invert,
Yeah, kind of that.
Yeah, kind of.
That inversion control.
Yeah.
Right. So if you see him doing this, woo,
yeah.
versus being able to,
Keep their foot.
yeah, they might.
Or if they're like just going like this and not like.
For sure. Then I'm like, oh, they have a massive hip rotation issue, right? The other thing, like with this, if you see them like get there nice, and then they're like, oh,
Like spin out.
right. Maybe it's an external rotation issue.
Right, because they can't come back.
Get back to neutral. Like internal's all good, and then they're like, oh. Right. So if you're like, hey, can you rotate back? And they rotate back, and they're like falling every single time. Then you might think about like, hey, I want to do some strength endurance testing with external rotation, or or internal, depending on the motion. What about it?
Do you happen to do it like this stuff? Like they like let's just say they do this and then they do the like the full thing. Do you have them do it twice to see if
Oh,
a couple
absolutely.
times just to see
Yeah,
if it was
for
like
sure.
a,
Yeah, and then if they're exactly if they're doing that every single time,
then you're like, oh
yeah,
no.
versus like the novelness of whatever
Right,
this is. And then when you're doing these, make sure that they get back, freeze, and then step down.
Can you say one more time about the opposite leg reach forward and back with hands, like that you were
Only
saying?
difference is reaching forward, your center of mass is going forward. Reaching back, center of mass is
Okay.
going back.
I didn't-
Yeah, and I
That's too
mean,
much.
there are obviously like other differences as well, but the idea is like which direction you're projecting your body,
Okay.
which is gonna, that's gonna bias a lot of things. Like the weight's gonna be more on the front of my foot when I'm reaching forward. The weight's gonna be more on the heel as I reach backwards. So it's more dorsiflexion control going backwards and more plantar flexion control going forwards.
Okay.
So.
And when you're coming out of that opposite leg reach
Mm-hmm.
across, and you were saying, is that an external rotation kind of coming out, but
Yep.
it could be like a plyo
Could be, yeah.
or internal
Yeah, like
or
if they're like,
external.
yeah, if they get here and then, well, it's not a plyo, right? It's a myo.
Into internal.
Well, so it's a myo into internal and then a myo into external.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, 'cause you don't want gravity like affecting you in this way that you're like having a contracted muscle system.
Yeah, like I'm here. I guess I have to, I mean, even though I'm like kind of snapping back to neutral, I still feel my glute shortening to get me there. I'm sure different bodies are going to be different with that, but yeah.
Okay, so right leg standing knee action.
Yeah, so it's just like a pistol squat.
Oh.
Down and up, and this one, the knees coming to the chest.
With this,
Yeah,
with this.
so it's just like a full supination system. Yeah, you don't have to drive it up there. You just don't want them getting out of there. So they're just dropping down.
And then how low, like what if they're just like, if they're here and they're just like,
Yeah, and then you say, okay, do the other side. And then if they go 8 inches deeper, I don't know,
Okay.
that's weird, right? But if they're like, yeah, this, okay. Yeah,
and
yeah, I mean, like, think about doing this with a 95-year-old. Like, you're gonna be like, that's
Yeah.
whatever you wanna do.
Yeah,
is
you're
what-
right.
Yeah. If it's an athlete and you're like, why are you only going this slow? They're like, oh, I didn't know I was supposed to. Boom. So, you situationally figure out, yeah, you need to spark them up a little bit. Right leg standing, rotate, reach right. So this is a single leg, rotate, hands together, reach, and then return back, and then foot down.
okay.
Rotate, reach, return back.
Good job.
Yep. And then same on the other leg. And then opposite direction of the leg. So it'd be like right leg, rotate, reach left. Yep, yep, yep. Yep. So there's a lot, I mean, you think about this, there's a ton of components in here, right? So when you start seeing, like, this is obviously, when you start building an argument of like, oh man, I think that they're not good at rotating this way, and then all of a sudden you see like, they're not good at doing this, they're not good at doing this. I mean, it could be a trunk rotation issue, it could be a, you know, whatever it might be, but, yeah, you know, the idea is like you collect this data and then you start building an argument around what you think could be breaking down in their system, right? Okay, Cap.
Those ones you have the trunk rotation as well as the stability. in the
Right,
hip.
yeah, and some of them are opposing
Mhm.
rotary, components there
So it's
too.
like you're kind of challenging,
Yeah, can you counter stabilize
I saw that with Brennan yesterday. with
versus
rotation.
are you doing the whole thing there? So. Calf raise, so you start them up, they calf raise up, they come down. Yeah, you wanna see them pause, and then come down. They
You
use,
tell them like, so calf raise, pause on top.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
If they're just like,
yeah, it's like, okay, why can't you control that? Like on this one, I mean, this is my blown out Achilles, like, that does not feel good. Like I immediately try and get into my toes, like I don't really wanna push through the mets. So I'll do this one again. It was medium. Medium right now. Yeah, they both feel kind of medium, so I would start exploring that, like my gastrocs are not doing great right now. Hip hike. 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 Yep. And one side you'll see it's like blocky, and the other one is moves freely, or so, you'll see something like that. Two-legged squat, you get plyo box or a chair. If you do end up using a stool, like they have, get the little tape out, measure the height, so that you record what they're doing. Then you just take them as far as they can go. Like I start at like 20 inches or 24 inches or what.
We'll start moving down.
Yeah, exactly.
Erica was like, that was,
Yeah, she's crazy. Yeah, she was like ass to the grass. Yeah. So, yeah, and then what that does is helps you kind of set a baseline for, can they do squats? Like, can we start bar loading them once they get through those phase 2 stuff? What does their depth look like? What does their depth, what's their required depth need to be? Like, are they somebody that's getting low and doing stuff? Okay, I'm thinking about training them differently. Like, I think you're a good example of somebody who, like, the requirements aren't like, you don't absolutely need to get like ass to the grass with a squat. Right? It's more like I'd rather implement stability and like give you a sense of strength versus like getting you in this like crazy deep squat to jeopardize your low back and other things. So, I mean, there might be a point where you're like, hey, I want to do deep squats, but
The woman who could go on one leg and bottom it down.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
pistol squat,
Yes.
that's what you wanted. Okay, so there we go. Now we have a rule that I haven't heard about. Okay, so now we need to change our training techniques here a little bit. But yeah, I mean that's kind of the idea is like.
so if you could, somebody could do ass to the grass, but then again, you're seeing them in their heel lift or any wood
Right.
stuff, you'd be like, okay, you can do that too, with 2 legs or whatever,
Yeah.
more stable.
Yeah.
But would you still be cautious about loading them up if you're seeing like plantar flexion, dorsiflexion?
Like if
or-
they're getting into a single leg pistol with the heel coming up.
Yeah, or they're just not looking stable and all that, but then they go ahead and they like do an ass to the grass double squat. You're like, okay, you can do that, but singly your legs are.
Yeah, so it means that with bilateral stability, their system can tolerate getting into a deep squat and whatever
Yeah.
hinge system is required to do a bipedal or bilateral squat is
is
working.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're just like keeping it in the back of the mind that like, hey.
Well, yeah, I
this
mean,
is-
yeah, and I mean I think the things to like factor in there, like if you're doing a single leg and they can't do a pistol, it could be a strength profile issue, right?
Right.
So I wouldn't want to train them doing that before I kind of figured out where the breakdown is, but yeah, I mean, I don't think, I mean, if they were doing a pistol squat and they looked all crazy and unstable, I wouldn't train it. Yeah. Is that,
Yeah. Mostly,
Okay.
okay, yeah.
what, no, I mean,
Well, I'm just thinking about like ankle stuff, like your heel, just even your heel lift,
yeah,
calf raise that you were doing
Yeah.
on your right. You know, you're saying that doesn't feel good.
yeah,
But then you go down and you do a really good squat bilaterally, you're like, okay, cool, you can handle that.
right,
I mean, I know we're just getting data here, but
yeah.
like training you, like you be cautious about just going and like loading somebody up.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't start doing like conventional
Right.
powerlifting until I felt like we shored up
Yeah,
these
you're like-
imbalances. Yeah, like I mean, if I'm doing this thing and I'm like, and then you know
Yeah,
I
not
do
like
this
this
and it's
is
like,
so
oh, he's
crunches.
pretty good there, but every time I do this, like I would want to break down strength profile issues there, potential control issues there before
Yeah. I
doing
think I
anything.
know the answer to my own question and it's.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. I mean, I think that's definitely the idea. Is like the reason we're doing this is to
Yeah.
put them like set them in some conditions where we're seeing how their tissue from a unilateral standpoint responds to stress and then yeah, go in there. Yeah. Jump hop, two-legged squat. Yeah, two-legged squat. So the jump hop, you're not forcing them into any like big jumps. You're just like, hey, I want you to jump forward, jump backward, side, side, and then yeah, I mean the things you're looking for here, like you might see like right. So every time they jump forward,
Kind of figure it out, right?
yeah,
leg.
or they jump to the left and they jump to the right.
If you're not using the right.
Like, oh, it's weird. So this thing doesn't want to receive the load.
Mhm.
So then you're kind of thinking about that. So that means that maybe they can jump like this, but then they land there. So what would that mean in terms of like motor output? If and I'm just thinking in terms of like supination, pronation, it's shock absorption and energy release here.
So they don't want to load this.
Yep.
You wanna pronate.
So they don't have capacity to pronate,
Yeah,
right? Whereas they do have this
yeah, the supination.
capacity to supinate potentially. So then the cool thing is like you can go back to the drawing board here and like go, oh wow, with single arm reach forward, they're really good at getting back up, but every time they go down, they're like, oh, but then they get back up fine. They get up okay. And so I'm like, okay, maybe there's this pronation system issue in the right leg. See kind of where I'm going with like cause it, you know, the thing about this is like, we're looking at ground force reaction is really what's happening. So that's kind of the way you want to orient yourself thinking about this. Yeah, okay, so forward lunge, step forward, boom, back up. I see this all the time.
Huh.
All the time. And I'm like, hey, can you get your body back up? And so like, that drag means that they're not able to generate enough force from the ground.
Is that just like a weak
Could be.
muscle
You can do that
profile?
again.
That right there.
Right, they get in and they're like, oh, I can't quite get it.
Is that a extension, knee extension?
It's because there's two legs,
Yeah,
it's hard to,
yeah, say where it's coming from.
yeah, like it could be that they can't drive hip extension on the way back.
Yeah,
Could be knee extension, could be inability to push off the ground with that left leg. Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's really useful to see these motions and
Yeah.
go over them, but then like I can see like the studying of like, you know, it's like the gait pattern, what's
Yeah.
doing what.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah,
good.
exactly. Well, yeah, and then, you know, that's why, like, when I break these down, I'll be looking at these and I'll be doing them, like, I'll be like looking at like, okay, why are they doing this? Well, it's because they can't approximate their pelvis left, or they can't maintain a left trunk rotation.
Right, they get here and then to get back to right.
Yeah, right, so that could be a trunk and spine rotate, like, balance issue. Balance meaning balancing their system issue there. So, and they're all gonna be very unique. I mean, there's so many like situational things that you just like,
Yeah,
you know, I see novel stuff all the time with these. Lateral lunge, step out, drop back, come back up. You just, you know, you wanna make sure you kind of demonstrate this, where where you're pushing your butt back. And then posterior lunge, ooh, that's that ankle. Posterior lunge, and then back up. Anterior step up. It just depends on the person, right? Like, I mean, I've had people where this was enough for them. And then I've also had people where I'm having them do like a 24-inch step up. But the idea here, step up left, step back down, step up right, step back down, step up, step forward and down left, step back up, step forward and down right, Heisman pose, Heisman pose.
so the same thing with the like squats, just kind of start, you know, modest and then see where they can go.
Yeah. I'll get there in a second. Lateral step up, lateral step up.
That's
The Heisman pose, yeah. Yeah, and Greg didn't have those in here, but I wanted to see how they shift and balance and kind of counterbalance this thing.
right. Right.
Very different, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the setup, and I have them get here if they can. Like, get up there, not just, here. Which would be fine, I mean, depending on who it is, you know, if it's a older person, that's all they can do, that's quite alright.
So that's, when you're going lateral, you got a lot more.
Like glute med, yeah,
need,
yeah, versus like
internal, external stability.
that
Yeah.
or that thing, right?
So is that like a sagittal versus frontal?
Yeah, ish,
Stability.
yeah, totally, yeah, no, I think it's spot on there. Yeah. Right leg, single leg squat, back to the box,
Okay, so you have to sit on the box.
yep, and with these, you're doing everything, you're doing legs together, and then you're sitting down, they sit down all the way, touch your butt, stand back up. Same thing on the other side, feet together, one leg out, sit down, come back up. With the dual squat, legs together, sit down, come back up.
Okay.
And then, you know, be risk averse, like if you're seeing stuff blowing up, this is definitely not what you wanna do with the single legs, but yeah, this one is start, single leg, hop, do they stick the landing backwards, hop, they stick the landing, like for example, this one, do they hop this way,
Right.
can they hop straight back, do they hop that way, why are they doing that, why are they pushing off their foot in a way that they're going back and right or back and left, you know, be aware of those things. This direction, hop, I wanted to lean, do it again, okay, hop, little, why do you do a bunny hop there, do it again, okay, so they kind of figured it out, this way.
Does it matter the distance?
Comparatively between the legs, I would be paying attention to that, but not like an expectation of like, you know, Yeah.
So yeah, so a lot of this is really just comparing the size.
All of it.
Yeah, really.
As well as like everything else, yeah. So and then with these kinds of situations here, like this hop, I keep wanting to do this, right?
Mhm.
So like, why am I doing that
Right.
thing? So that could be like, if I'm hopping and I'm not able to maintain, that could be like I'm not able to
Maintain your glute medius.
glute or the inverter, everter stuff.
Right.
I don't want to keep falling into
Yeah.
inversion there, so there might be a counterbalancing issue with eversion in that situation. This way, that seems pretty good.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So you're just looking.
The wobble that people do a lot,
Yeah,
like with single leg stuff.
totally normal. Totally
Trying to
normal.
find control. It's not like,
Yeah,
okay, are we
yeah.
not doing this, are we
No.
not doing that, it's
Yeah.
just,
We should be doing that. Yeah. If we're, I mean, the thing is like, the idea is the dynamic variability in the leg is the thing that keeps us balanced. So balance is about finding equilibrium. And so if we don't have this tool, see, I don't have that tool there.
right, so you just.
Right,
like,
so I'm
bounce
like
out.
stiff as a board and then I go,
Yeah,
versus being able to
yeah,
right, so you wanna see,
and even when somebody does that with like the single leg squat or the reach forward or whatnot, when they're trying to figure it out, you're like, okay, your body is using.
for sure, but if it does this every time,
Right,
then I'm going, okay,
Yeah.
why are they valgus every single time they go into a squat? That's a different thing versus like, right, where I'm like, kind of finding stability as I go versus like, every time I do that. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
why is this motor pattern so blocked out into awareness of the knee? Yeah. So hop, 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 hop. 4-way hop there.
Sweet. Awesome. So like if you go through the beginning of this part,
Yeah.
and you had some problems, you're
Shit,
like,
hop.
done with that, yeah. If you're going through it and you're like, everyone is, and it's like clear, you just go through the whole thing.
Yeah.
and then,
You're saying if,
Like they're not like, oh, you're good on this, we're just gonna skip, we're not gonna do the rest of this. Like, stop. You're like, it's more like, yeah, you figure stop, you keep. Like, just like
keep
just like the,
yeah.
like the higher I saw like low disc,
Definitely.
do more
Yeah,
stuff.
because I mean, like that's the thing with me is like I can, if someone's like cooking, like they can,
Right.
if they can do this, I can get somebody through this in 15 minutes,
Nice.
like 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
If they're, if they're like competent and their body's stable, and then we might expose 3 things, right?
Right.
So it's like, okay, we have like 3 big outlier things that we're looking at, and then everything else is kind of white noise. So yeah, cool. But more often than not, what you're gonna do is like, I don't know, like I didn't realize that's up and wide, but you're gonna do like this one and then this one, and they're like that, and then you're like, okay, let's try to stand, and then they're like, and they can't stand to save their life. You're like, all right, well, we need to work on your ability to stand on one leg. So, what I'll do is I'll sometimes cherry pick, like if I get, and we should probably just highlight these out, kind of like Greg has like the allostatic load ranking. He just didn't give us those, so I just do it intuitively anyway. But like if I get to this point and there's a single leg balance issue, I'm going to like, can you do a calf raise? Can you do a hip hike? Can you do a 2-legged squat? Let me see you do karaoke. Do some step ups on the stairs, and I'm done. And that's kind of what I do with somebody, because I gotta see, I need to see some supination, pronation, interaction from them. I need to see if they even have an ability to use their gastrocs,
Right.
and like, just a couple little things there.
Mhm.
Yeah, cool. Like I'll see that a lot with somebody that can't balance at all. I have them do that calf raise and they're like, you can't do anything. So, yeah. So, and you see that a lot with single leg balance. People sit on their heel, and it's like you're balancing a plate on a ball,
Right.
right? There's like no balance here. So we need that forefoot and all those, metatarsals to interact with the ground to keep you balanced. So, anyway.
Can you go over the Karyoka? or
Yeah.
whatever?
Right over left, right over left, right behind left. Left over right, left behind right, left over right, behind right. Right over left, right behind left.
And your like pelvis is staying kind of oriented.
It should be rotating.
Okay,
Rotation,
yeah.
rotation, rotation. Yeah. So there should be like a lot of disassociation happening there, is the idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of,
Yeah, can you see what would that look like?
Yeah, so let's see, I'll just block out my spine not being able to rotate left.
Okay.
Right, right, like, so they can't get right to left with their spine. You'll see as they go, like, this might look good, and then they get here, and then they go, that looks great, and then they go, that looks great, and then they go like that, right? So they're not able,
Trying to
to- yeah, so like, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right. Right, so you might see something where, like, no matter which direction they're going, when they have to balance their spine left, they get stuck. Or you might see something where every time they go right hip adduction, they might do something like, I'm like, why are they, but then they go this way. And they're able to adduct their left leg, like there's so many
Yeah,
things you gotta, and don't get too obsessed with it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
trying to find.
yeah, I mean, you're gonna see something weird, and you're gonna be like, hey, can you do that again? Like, if somebody's like doing this and it like looks a little mediocre, but they're fine, I would just like, but if they're doing like, I mean, that's pretty.
do you think it's
Pretty
appropriate,
apparent.
like, as we're learning and being like, wow, I noticed something's different, but I can't think about this, and you're not gonna be able to look at it?
Yeah.
Like, hey, can I take a quick video of you
Absolutely.
doing this? So
Make
that-
some notes, come back to it later.
Yeah.
Start tying in some of the other motor pattern things that we're seeing with with some of the other lower extremity dynamics that
Yeah.
might contribute, or you might be able to build an argument around it. Like if you're seeing like they suck at that with the rotary thing, and then every time they do,
Yeah,
oh, maybe that's a right internal hip rotation issue, right? Okay, so now I'm seeing, or something like that, so. Yeah, we can, the cool thing about being in here is like, if you see something funky, you can be like, hey,
What's going on there?
Alright.
come, I mean, check it out, and like watch, and then, one of us, me or Mike, can come out here and watch them do the thing, and go, oh yeah, you see the ankle doing a weird thing? Oh yeah, that makes sense, okay, so. Yeah, you're not on your own when you're doing today's two stuff, so. Okay, so, upper body dynamics, I added in the QMAMC component here because I felt that just doing the standing range of motion assessment wasn't giving us load-based data, so I added that in. The idea is we're going feet, shoulder width apart to give them a little stability. And then you really get the option. I take everybody through kind of neutral, so I'll just hammer through these on the video. So see it here, see it here. Make sure that's on something. Can you see me there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, wrist flexion, you're comparing one to the other. So, you have them do both, boom. If you see something weird, then have them do one and then the other, and you're like, oh my gosh, why is that one so weird compared to this one? So that would be a result would be poor motion on the chart here. Did they have pain? And then you do quality check. So like I would have them go here, and then you could check wrist. So you're taking me out of
Here, ready, go.
so that's fine. Good morning.
How's it going?
Good, man. And then here, same.
Ready, go.
Yeah. So high quality, good to go. So quality was good, but the range of motion was poor. Make a note. Keep going. Right.
Gotcha.
And that's pretty much for every single one of these. Wrist extension, same. Boom. Radial deviation. I usually go here. You can go here too. I just do it here for, I think probably because we looked at it here when we did it with Greg. Radial deviation, you'll see a lot of wrist extension, wrist flexion comp patterns. So make sure they're in line with the forearm.
Okay.
Extension, ulnar deviation, radial deviation, supination here, pronation here, and you're testing out of supination. So,
I'm like here,
yep,
ready, go.
yep, and then pronation.
Ready, go.
Yeah, make sure you're on the,
Here.
yeah, I'm show you kind of how I do this. Right here. Ready, go. So I'm like there versus getting there, and then here. Ready, go. Ready, go. So I'm driving
So
through
you're
the
like-
styloids.
So you're here and you're going ready, go.
Yeah, and you want to be there.
Ready, go.
That. Yep, and then
Here, ready, go.
that. Yep. And I'll make sure when I'm doing this, I'm part of your arm versus here. Right, so I kind of get in there.
So you're like here.
Yeah, so check out your forearm in relation to my forearm. Right, so if you're here, you're still, see that angle there versus here. You want to line that up. There you go. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and then spin me.
Ready, go.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Ready, go.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah. So I literally like, I'm not standing up here. I like get here, ready, go, good, and then ready, go, good. I'm kind of like in the unit with
Nice.
them. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. Yep.
Sweet.
Yep. Julie, do you want to try this?
That's okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
No?
want me to try 'em?
I mean.
Okay, you're gonna be pronated.
Yep.
Ready, go.
And you just want to think moving through the styloids there.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah.
And I would be less fingery and more, see how much more stability you have here versus, and then you want to get, yeah,
Ready, go.
yep.
And you're doing the same thing I did, I think, just
Yeah, you want to try and get like
So your arm's not
almost like you're,
one in line. Okay,
yeah,
try again.
versus, yeah.
This one goes out or this one goes?
So you would be, yep,
Ready, go,
perfect.
go.
That's, see how, like,
Yeah.
boom, easy. Yep,
Ready, go.
perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great. It feels good.
I should like do that, I think, training wise.
Probably. Probably. Ulnar deviation, radial deviation, testing out this way, testing out that way. Yep. Kind of brace, cock down, ready, go. So you can choose hand open, hand closed. I usually do it hand closed, but you can do either. Ready, go. And you'll see, I mean, if you're like seeing one where,
Okay, so you're grabbing like here, ready, go.
yep,
And then here,
yep,
ready, go.
yep, perfect. Yep. Yeah, think about a little more. Yep, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great, feels good.
Now,
Good testing, pressure and everything. Pronation, elbow flexion, curl up. I want to see the supination and the elbow flexion component. So I'll be standing kind of down the line here, have them do one, have them do the other. You'll see something like this and then that, like, right? So, and then testing out of it. So you'll pull me out of elbow flexion here.
And do I like
Yep.
brace here?
Yeah, you would want to brace. So I usually brace here, right? Because if I'm here,
Ready, go.
yep.
Morning.
Good morning.
Hey guys,
How you doing, man?
not bad, you?
Oh, doing good. You might as well stay over here. You guys can do both sides here. Right, so that's that. Arm extension, standing, pull back. You're looking down the barrel or down the side again. Pull back, pull back. Oh, there's a deficit. Poor or fair motion quality, and then we'll check QMAMC. I'm just pushing them. You don't have to worry about anything.
Okay, ready, go.
Yep.
Not bracing.
Nope. Nothing.
Go.
Yep. Yeah, because they're able to. The pulling, right? You're pulling them forward, whereas with the pushing, I can push backward. So there isn't really a need to do that bracing pattern there. Forward reach, right here. Reach forward, come back. Reach forward, come back. And then you'll go on the knucks here.
Do I stand behind you or do I stand?
Right here, yep, you'll stand to the side. Put your hand on my back to give me support here.
Okay, and
And
ready,
then-
go.
Yep. Okay.
Outside for me, ready, go.
Yeah.
And then that was all up on the
That's fine.
pole.
You wouldn't do that from the front because you can't really,
And, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you could go here too. Ready, go.
you know,
That's
right,
fine. I usually just give them a little something here to like, ready, go. Give them, but
so they're not like rotating.
yeah, but I mean, either way, it's you can because I mean that's trunk rotation too, right? So you can maybe it'd be better for us to not brace these up actually, so that we can that would actually give us some indicators of trunk rotation issue. So probably be a good idea to do that.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking that at all.
Yeah.
Overhead reach, it's right here. Reach up
Yeah, I knew that
here,
we pushed it, I think I
reach
did,
up.
it worked out.
You guys, I mean that's a real.
I felt, I feel like I was.
There's that.
So it's like an elevation.
That.
Yeah, you're like not quite
Stuck.
getting up.
Yeah, you're elevating. Yep. Overhead reach.
Here you're getting your arm to your ear.
Yeah.
Here you're like,
A little stuck there, and then you'll get your arm in or your hands in the crease here, and then just pull down.
try to do both like
I
that.
just kind of go like this,
This and
and then
then ready, go.
yep, and be
Last night, I
Ready,
did the,
go.
the exercise,
Ready,
just,
go.
for that, and that helped it.
so
No, it's like.
yeah, and be aware if anybody has like a spinal issue, spinal injury, you don't want to create compression on the spine there. So just be aware of that situation. Retraction, arm forward, pull back. Arm forward, pull back. Arm forward, pull back. Arm forward, and I would be on the other side to look at it. Arm forward, pull back. I got way more range on that right side.
Oh yeah.
Right, so, and then QMAMC it. So I just push the shoulder forward.
So here, try to brace
Yeah.
it. Ready, go.
And then.
Yeah.
I did like, so I went to the gym last night,
Go.
and I worked out for like an hour.
You
Do
want to
that
feel
from
that?
behind and not like,
And then like,
Yeah, you just push them.
ready, go.
do like one exercise upper body.
Yeah, I would just don't worry about that. Just push.
Ready, go. That's crazy. Go.
I
Okay.
did the
Yeah. And then what I do with the retraction is usually if you go on forward there, I'll usually put my hand here, pull back here, ready, go. Like that. But I kind of like the idea of seeing if they can counterbalance. I don't know. There's options there. You want to feel that too?
Yeah.
So retract, ready, go. Right, that's a trip. Even with a brace, ready, go. He doesn't have retraction. Ready, go. And he does on that side. That's why I found that the bracing is helpful. Hello. I found that the bracing is helpful because it does isolate the actual shoulder component.
Can I try that on you? With the brace and without the brace or retract? Oh,
Wanna try the good one or the?
Yeah.
Right, I mean, we were working.
Ready, go.
So we'll score that
Ready,
today.
go.
I wonder if this is the same, let's go through this angle anyway, because it was sore this morning, but I wonder if it's the same.
See, he's
thing.
leaning, ready, go.
Dorsiflex.
See, that's the thing with the bracing is without ice, or like without
'Cause that's huge.
keeping them stationary, he can do this
And since the surgery.
and lean, because you were just leaning back, ready to
That's a
go,
big deal.
ready to go. He's leaning back into you versus this keeps him upright, ready to go, and that's testing just shoulder retraction.
You're hitting the machines and all that, or is there something about it that you don't like?
So you think about where you're pushing from.
Trying to figure out what equipment I can use to do that, like I was looking around, to see what boxes they have.
Oh,
We don't want to push his spine into flexion. We want to push into.
As long as you're hitting like the machines and still getting that strength in, it should be okay. We'll keep
Think
working
about
on
that
stuff.
part.
I do we're doing it here, and then, you know, ride my mountain bike, and that's probably, like, I
Ooh.
can pedal now, I can do more, more and more.
Feel stable?
it does, I don't know.
Me being able to,
Ready, go. Yeah, it's because he's getting,
He's getting
he's
it.
potentiating, ready, go.
That's good.
Ready, go. I mean, there's still a little ready. I mean, that's give, ready, ready, go. That's still
Try this one.
giving, ready, go,
Tell me that he can't,
ready, go.
because he had.
Try that side. You'll feel, I mean, you'll feel,
Ready, go. Oh, God.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ready,
he
go.
can't, like, he can't.
Try, just out of curiosity. Yeah, I just-
Okay, ready, go.
Does that feel better?
So, like, he can't.
Yeah.
Bang very hard.
The thing with this split stance is you're putting yourself in like a very, like, I know it feels stable in your hips, but it allows for you to like completely like, shut off your spinal supporters. Whereas here, like, I have to be like very compressive in my spine. Here I can kind of check out,
Yeah,
and I feel like I'm just loading my lumbar spine basically.
yeah.
So I'm
No,
just
that's
thinking,
good reminders.
thinking
I
about
still,
that.
I can't really feel that though.
What's
um,
that?
Too much when I'm with a left retraction. I don't feel like I can really get you out of that. I'm not finding that low quality.
Didn't you just feel the
I
other side
did.
and you were like, oh my god?
Yeah,
So
so I'm just trying to,
What do you think?
ready, go.
Not this way, but this way? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm seeing like the shift.
I see, but it's not as.
I mean, the question
obvious
is
as
he
jazz.
moving?
Ready, go. No, his whole body is.
Right. Yeah,
It's a subtle,
yeah.
for me at least. It's
And I mean, I'm
subtle.
like you're here,
Mhm.
right? You're like I'm here, ready, go. Ready, go.
Okay.
Right? Like I mean, get up and get close to him, right?
Go. Do you have any feedback for me? Like,
I mean, it just seems like jazz has got more force going into
okay.
I'm pushing. I don't know. I feel like I'm pushing very hard and ready, go.
So let's double check. When
Okay.
was that appointment?
I'm actually barely pushing on you there.
Ready, go.
I mean, you might be too close there. I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm just saying, like, what I meant by that is, like, make sure your lever is right. Like, make sure you're able to do this.
Okay.
Okay,
I think I've
let's do
done
that.
this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta get.
Ready,
You're
go.
the only outlier in the arm. We've had
Ready,
some
go.
success with this
Yeah,
retract.
I can feel the move. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, it's always good to like check in on your levers, right? Like, if I'm here, like, Julie, check this out.
Mhm.
It's tendonitis. Like,
Ready,
I
go.
told, I told him in a perfect world, I was like, you can't
Ready,
take a month
go.
off, but like, if he had a month with no activity
Really,
in that
like,
arm.
It's really hard to hold that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try this side again.
Yeah.
But I told him to
Ready,
try and take it.
go. Yeah, I mean, you're in. Ready, go. Ready, go.
Is that like a trunk rotation?
You know, that's the thing, is it retraction, trunk rotation, those are the things you get to find out when you do strength endurance testing. Right, so,
That's exciting.
yeah, so like you're running it and you're like, oh, it could be right trunk rotation, or it could be right shoulder traction, then you do like a strength endurance test, and you're like, oh my gosh, this person,
So yeah, what would you do with this?
yeah, so we would run retraction over there on the seated row. And then you have options, right? You could run seated row with the chest pad, which is gonna drive strict retraction, or you could drive seated row without the chest pad, which is gonna drive left rotation and retraction.
So you do like single arm, do the thing for like,
Yep,
so how many reps they get?
Yep, and then other side, and you do it for a minute, or you set the condition of time, because we want to confine into variables, right? So depending on who it is, I mean, 1 minute is always a good window of time to run one of these tests, because it tends to be able to draw out any kind of issues there. So yeah, I mean, you could, the cool thing about doing it on that thing is, like I said, you could do it with a chest pad, which is gonna drive retraction, or no chest pad, which is gonna drive retraction and rotation. If you wanted to isolate and just do rotation, you could get the Pure Torque, drive rotation there. At the new gym, we're gonna have an actual torso rotation machine that you can fix them and then test rotation. We'll also have a pelvic rotation machine where you can fix them upper body and run a lower half rotational test as well. So
Did you go for standing, like since we were testing that standing, if you would do that, like on a cable?
you could, there's a lot more variables there, right? So if you're trying to confine variables, this might not be the best way to do it, but if you're looking at this like from a performance standpoint, there might be a better rationale to do it that way. It's just like situational. I might start them doing it on the row machine and then move to a place where you're doing a standing test.
Isolated instead
Yeah,
of retraction.
Yeah, like it could be a plantar flexion issue, right? Like they might not be able to plant. Like I don't know. Let's try it, man. I have no idea what's gonna happen here.
It's crazy though.
But go arm forward. Press hard with your left foot down into the ground. Ready, go. Yeah, it's better. Right. So ready, go. Ready, go.
Well, you got your funny
Ready,
left toe. I mean,
I
not to
don't
say
know.
that
Right.
it's,
That felt
I
better.
wrote this down so maybe when we get to like actually doing the practicing
Yeah.
the strength endurance test,
Yeah.
we can like look at this specific one.
Yeah. That's interesting though that
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
clears that thing. So I mean, there might be rationale to do a calf raise, strength endurance test,
Mhm.
to see what what.
I guess
is-
if we went back to our standing left lower extremity and they can't do the calf raise and we're like, oh,
Correct.
they can do this.
Correct. Yeah, like and the cool thing is like you collect this data, you run a strength endurance test and retraction on the row machine over there, and they're apples to apples with everything. You're like, oh, I guess it's not a retraction issue. Okay, cool. Well, that means we can train retraction,
Mhm.
but also I need to figure out what this crazy thing that's going on is. So
yeah.
that's kind of like the flow chart
Nice.
order of operations
Very
there.
nice.
Yep. Overhead reach, retraction, depression. So this one's just knucks, and then down, and then I'm down, and you're just pulling up.
Ready to go.
All good there. And you want to make sure that you're pulling straight up, not up and out. There you go. Nice. Cross body reach. You'll be looking at them from the front end here, reaching across. I'll see this a lot. So, I usually cue them. I say, hey, just reach across with your arm. But, you want to see what they do first. So if they do this, that's how their brain says to reach across their body. There's something weird going on with the pec. They want to get like ant delt and high pec versus like using the whole pec there. Then you just get them across. Yep. There it is. There it is. Yeah, and I wouldn't force couple with this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. The one of the reasons there is because it can create this compressive thing where there's like this, it's like this kind of like jammy GH into the socket there. You could probably do something like, I do this sometimes. Ready, go. I do that, but this, ready, go. I'm pushing the glenohumeral joint into the cavity though.
Can you go like this way too? Ready, go.
For sure. Yep.
It's like always trying to be.
You want to stay away from the fingers, right? There's just too much malleability in the fingers. Unless you're doing finger stuff. GH abduction, out to the, so you just go bring your arm out to the side, bring your arm out to the side. Oh, yeah, okay, something going on there. Okay, bring it out to the side. I ask him pain.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, test it.
And is
You
it,
test them at
you're-
their end
you're-
range, like if one of them gets like,
Yep.
We're not going way up. We're just trying to
that
go.
would be elevation.
Yeah, I'm looking at GH abduction here. So yeah, you're having them. Yeah, I just go bring your arm out to the side, bring the other one out to the side, and then they're gonna do what they want to do there.
Got it. So like that thing with like this, and they're like,
Yeah, right. Or if they do like this, I'm like, well, no, you just upwardly rotated, externally rotated, supinated the forearm. Yeah, just bring your arm out and get as far as you want to go. And then if you want to test, you can go for it there.
go.
Cool. Just be aware of the lever here.
Go ahead. Ready, go.
Wait, checking with cadence there too.
Ready, go.
Yeah, nice. How'd that go?
Yeah, on the left side of the
Ready, go.
Wait. So you gotta really be aware of like, so you're getting here and you're going ready, go.
Okay.
Right, so what I like to do when I get out here, I'll hover with them. Ready, go.
Okay.
Ready, go. Ready, go. Right. Versus ready, go.
Okay.
Right.
Ready, go.
And you could push. I'm just saying, like, you don't want to start by pushing. Like, I can already feel your load on me there.
Okay.
So it's like this is what it feels like. What you're doing right there.
Okay.
Ready, go. Oh, right. So I'm like, my system's already in like this state where I'm like, am I waiting for her? Or is she pushing on me? Right.
Okay. Ready, go.
Yeah.
Ready, go. Ready, go.
Wait, you're jumping it.
Okay.
So ready, it's ready, go, test. Ready, go, boom. Ready, go, boom.
Ready, go.
Wait, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, so, okay, go for it. I just need to get
Here you
familiar
are.
with your, cause you're like ready, pause, go. Right, so I just need to get familiar with rhythm.
Ready, go.
Okay.
Ready, go. Why is it that I can do it in these other ones, but like out here?
Yeah.
Like, is that my
It might be. So, yeah, so your system is, yeah.
Ready, go. Ready, go.
Hey, that felt good.
Okay.
Ready, go.
Good news.
Okay.
You just don't, I'm just saying you don't want to jump the gun.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
And then pulling in, so it's GH adduction, so right here. And then this one, and this was actually the thing that sparked my thought process around doing the QMAMCs, because this is the only one that Greg did a QMAMC on. Because you can't,
Can't really go.
yeah, but I was like, why aren't we just doing this with all of them? So
Right.
now we are. So,
Because you don't have any
Keep it
range.
there.
yeah.
Ready, go.
Keep it there. Ready, go. You gotta get kind of fingery on that one.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's kind of like a hook pull.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cervical rotation. So you're just staring them down the barrel here. Rotate, and then I come up and I
Okay, so rotating you.
grab their head.
Here.
Yep,
Ready, go.
there it is.
Ready, go.
There it is.
Okay. Nice.
Go on over.
Got my head.
Grab my head.
Rotate. Ready, go.
Nice.
Ready, go.
Nice.
That one's a little funny. Can you do this from behind,
Yeah.
maybe?
Yeah, it's just a little weird. Like,
Ready, go.
yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Let's try the
As
other
long
one.
as you get yourself set up in a good position, I guess.
Go.
Not be fingering.
Beautiful. That's felt great. Okay, lateral flexion.
Jazz, what was better? For me, working from behind.
For her, it felt better from behind. Eli didn't do it from behind, so I don't know. I mean, you could give it a try.
Okay, ready, go. Ready, go.
Those felt pretty similar
Okay.
from his, from his testing. Yours definitely felt like more, you had more like a better force coupling when you did it from behind
Okay.
there, so. Lateral flexion, left ear, left shoulder, right ear, right shoulder.
And then,
Yep.
ready, go.
That's it. That's it. Nice. And then flexion,
Okay. Ready, go.
extension,
Ready, go. Ready, go.
you wanna feel those two?
Ready, go. Nice.
Did you try flexion? Yeah, forehead me.
Ready, go.
Nice. Cool. Uh-oh.
Crazy.
Is your headphones on?
No, I think we lost the juice here. Well, it's so sad when the battery goes off.
Droops.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, that's upper body, full body.
Yep.
Okay, nice.
So yeah, the push up. Yeah, if you want to just read these off, and then I'll go for them. Push up. So how do they do them? What are they doing? Right, you're just watching. We want to see that they have a flat back. They're bracing, and then you get to decide how hard you want to make it for them. I mean, this is a challenging push up. A little bit less challenging, you know.
And then do it on the knees? Or?
You can have them do it on their knees if you want. Yeah, totally. Just it's
Now
basically.
you're a woman, you're probably like,
Yeah, what I do is I don't even demonstrate them. I'm like, do you know how to do a push up? And they're like, yeah. And I'll be like, show me. Okay, cool. Right, instead of like, I want
Well,
you
if
to
they're
do.
like, no.
Okay, that's right. They don't know how to do a push up, but we'll get to it later. Yep.
And you wouldn't necessarily make everybody do this, like if
No way.
issue,
No
you're like,
way. Yeah,
this
no.
isn't happening.
No.
Okay, plank.
So yeah, I just have them go here. Yep. And then once again, I just say, hey, do you know how to do a plank? They go, yeah. Let me see what you do.
What they do?
Okay, that's how they do their plank. And then I might ask them to do an elbows flex plank as well.
Okay.
I see this a lot.
Dropping them.
Yeah, right. So
You're like way more core.
yeah, we want the core there. So the lumbar flexion. What's next?
Forward to stand.
Yeah. So that's basically, I'll just have them up here. I'll say get down on one knee, switch, get up, boom, and I'll have them do it the other way. Yeah.
Roll backward, roll forward.
What we're looking at here is CPG. I'll see this a lot. If I see this, and we work through all that other phase 2 action, I'm training crawling for sure with that person. So,
Okay.
yeah, crawl side,
All side.
side crawl. Yeah, so here, we want to see that.
Weird.
And that, not this.
Reaching out both. yes.
Right. We want to see. Oh god. This is testing a pretty
Yeah, it just feels
pretty like important motor pattern, which is do they know how to look like actually utilize their limbs in gait cycle. So I started this with a client who had like serious neurological damage and like neuropathy and all sorts of crazy stuff going on, and we figured out that he never learned how to crawl as a baby.
What?
Or he was like bound. So like we started training crawling and his nervous system like totally opened up. So like yeah, he was like totally, I can't remember. I have a couple clients. I have another client, her ankles were bound when she was a baby. So she had to, that's how she crawled as a baby. Because she was heavily everted, and the doctor thought it was a good idea to shackle her feet together to keep them inverted. And so for a year or two,
This is how you're gonna grow.
fucking insane, dude. So anyway, like those kinds of things, I've just found that that's a really helpful thing.
Yeah, that's
for,
interesting.
yeah,
Or like kids that like will do the one arm crawl.
scoots, stuff like that. Yeah.
Side roll
Why are
down.
you not
Side
doing
roll
that?
down, so you're just here, drop down, here, roll, back up. The reason I'm looking at these things is because for those 70, 80-year-olds, this is the most important thing. They need to be able, if they fall, they need to be able to do this, they need to be able to do this, they need to be able to do this, right? So I want to make sure that they can roll, get up, and be okay.
Can you do that again?
Right here, down,
Shoulder.
here, roll,
Off the
here,
shoulder, not-
here, here, there. Or vice versa, right?
So you're here, kind of.
And you're not, yeah, beautiful.
Shoulder.
So is this more for, the older age group or all?
I mean, it was intended for older pop, but I'm super surprised. I see a lot of times like,
I can't do it.
Let's see.
right,
Okay.
What'd you do?
I'm like, there's no way I'm rolling over. Like,
yes. So she can't get into spinal flexion to do that, right? But she can get up.
Yeah.
So it might be a fear response of,
Yeah, let's see your figure.
don't let, so set your shoulder down and then roll through. There you go. And then core, and then let the hip drop. Right?
no, thank you.
Okay.
But you're taught your brain telling you not to do it.
Yeah, my back does not like yeah, that's like.
It's interesting because you can get up though. So you are doing that. There you go. That was it.
This is my homework.
Yeah, and then roll.
So weird.
And then, yeah, you're doing it.
It's weird. I'm not saying I like it.
It might be good for you.
Maybe.
So yeah, so I'm just checking that on both sides. Can you roll down? Can you roll down? And then you'll see sometimes like on one side, like something like that where they're like that. No, I'm serious. I've seen this before. Or they'll do like this versus like, can you get up like that? So you start seeing like this interaction with the ground that becomes kind of strange,
Yeah.
right? So,
Huh.
yep.
Crazy.
Yeah, I know. I started building this out because I was like, man, we gotta explore how people work with the ground.
Right.
Yeah, Julie. So the thing, I can already see what she's doing.
So she's gonna like roll also.
Roll back up really quick. When you roll down, you
Yeah.
gotta clear that right leg out of the way. So go again. So drop down with that. Wait, hold on. And then so you gotta get down, and then you gotta slide this leg out of the way
Oh, okay.
to roll. Yeah.
Okay.
And then slide it out of the way and roll back up, and then pull it in. Nice.
Yeah, definitely seems like on the way out, it looks like you totally have that.
Well, and I feel like it's like a neck thing, like getting down like that and upper. Like
Yep.
it feels really weird to do it on my left side.
which makes sense.
Oh.
Ooh, see that's the slam dunk I'm talking about there.
Oh, you're right. It does do what we do on the left side. What am I doing?
Push that. There you go. Yep.
Yeah, it's like the getting the
I guess
leg out of the way.
I would probably always
Always
just
go
right.
right.
Always
Yeah,
go
yeah,
right.
yeah. So you know it's a cool thing. Like we can go. Okay, let's train that motor
I
pattern.
just did the wrong leg. That's crazy.
Oh, that's so
hard.
interesting.
I went like this and I went like that.
Yeah, it's
Like, oh, it's in my right leg.
Yeah.
kind of cool, huh?
All right.
Okay, and then is the last one directionality?
Transverse is nothing to the arms.
Yeah. So this one, they're just standing like this. Rotate, push them out of rotation. Rotate, push them out of rotation. So you pull and push.
Right. Go.
Oh boy.
Ready. Go.
Okay,
So that's a problem.
Okay, you did
That's
not
the
have any,
problem.
nothing here.
Ready, go. Ooh. Ready, go.
There you go.
That feel weaker on that side too?
This side.
Ready, go.
Bye.
Yeah.
But you know, the other thing you want to do is observe, right? So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
geez.
you're like
Right.
huge difference.
Yeah.
You're like 90 here, and here you're like, yeah, almost.
Yeah. So that's an indicator of directionality. There's a right directional perception issue. That could be mechanical or that could be neurological.
Wow,
Yeah.
crazy.
So if I see something like that, I might be like, hey, look to your right with your eyes.
Well, that's as far as you can feel like you can go.
Yes.
Seems like you got less range
Yeah.
using your
Right.
eyes.
So look to your left. Oh yeah. Yeah. So there's something. Right. Oh,
You know that.
Now I'm dizzy. You know. So yeah. Now I feel like super dizzy actually.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's a good example of the directionality screen, rationale for that directionality assessment. Yeah. So that would definitely initiate a directionality assessment right away. And then you go, oh my gosh, everything that they do this way, they fall. Rotate this way, fall. Stand on this leg, fall. Their
Interesting.
system blows up going to the right. Or you know, you might see all sorts of things.
Right.
So,
Think how hard this is.
Somebody was like, just